Welcome back to All the Planner Things. I'm Marie.
And I'm Rosa. And it's season 2.
Wait, no, just 2.
And surprise, we're doing video. So we thought we'll try something so you guys can take a look of all the planner things we're actually talking about and just not just looking at our Instagram pictures afterwards. So we're hoping this works out.
I'm hoping. This is like something I had always dreamed of us doing. So like, oh, let's do video. But I didn't know how complicated it was going to be, or, really, if we were ready, if we're screen ready, camera ready. I was nervous about that part, but I thought this could be fun. Let's give it a try and see what happens.
Yes. I don't think I'll ever be screen ready, but I said let's just wing it.
You look lovely.
Thank you. With cast and all.
Yes, you can see the latest development. Well, not really latest anymore. Yeah. It's been a while.
My newest accessory. Well, the cast is kind of new. It's a year. It's a week old.
Feels like a year.
It feels like a year. It's been a long year that week.
Do you want to go and tell everybody what's going on?
So, I fell out of one of those motorized scooters, and I ended up breaking. Weirdly enough, all this is for a pinky. But the fracture was what is the technical term? I don't know. Compounded fracture? I don't know. The point is that it went all the way into my joint, so I wouldn't be able to do a fist anymore if they didn't do surgery on it and put pins in there. So that's what I'm doing. And who knew that a pinky would be so hard to heal? It's gonna take weeks.
And it's just it's like she can't drive, she can't write, she can't use a keyboard, she can't use. I don't think you could use a mouse either, even if you tried.
It's useless. I can't.
And it's her dominant hand, guys. So, this really sucks for planning.
I'm right-handed, so there's nothing I really can do. I tried writing. Because when I had a splint before it, so I could kind of hold the pen like this and kind of write.
Oh.
But now with this, there's this giant lobster claw gets in the way of holding a pen, so I can't plan. At least I haven't figured out how to plan yet. I think I'm just gonna start just stickering everything.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna have words.
Yeah, you could always just sticker now and then go back and write later.
True. My husband's like, just dictate everything onto your phone and print it.
Oh yeah,
so
that's such a good idea.
So I'm like, oh yeah, and I just have to figure out how big the font needs to be too.
Yeah, just test out a couple different things. I'm sure you could do it like a 8-point font probably, and it'll fit in the boxes and everything. Or
true. It's only been a week, but I feel like it's been longer, and I'm like, I've wasted so much time. I could have been doing that, but I've been so tired.
Well, yeah, you're recovering. This is no joke. This is
Yeah. This is the biggest injury. I had other ones, like a cracked rib and, contusions and bruised cheekbones, but yeah, I'm better now. Now it's just the claw.
Now it's just the claw.
The claw. The lobster claw. I'm a lobster.
Yeah, okay.
Lobster. But anywho, so we're back, season 2, and we have a lot of things coming up that we want to tell you guys more about. But this episode is going to be about planners for kids.
Because we're about to start back to school, depending on when this video comes out. We are currently prepping our kids for back to school, and we thought, why not look at student planners? So we both interviewed our kids.
Yes, we did.
They're going into the 6th grade, so these are kind of middle school-esque specific of what they think is their dream planners, which is kind of fun to listen to.
Yeah.
And so we'll go over what's on the market too that we saw that kind of fit things that they were looking for, and yeah.
And then other planners that also might not be for middle school, maybe higher, because I saw some that are, I feel, more high school oriented.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't. Figuring that we're such planner people, I never thought, at least for my kid, that he would be so in tune in what he wanted in a planner. So I guess they're always listening, right?
They're always listening.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just telling some friends that, Ariel bought a ton of her stuff on jetpens.com, and because she discovered their YouTube channel, because that's where she gets pretty much all her information is on YouTube. And I was like, hey, I shop there for things too. And I was like, yeah, she's really big into stationery and pens and things. And My friend was like, of course. Cause look at who her example is. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's true.
And
so,
like, he doesn't look, he hates, he hates writing, he hates coloring, he hates stationery. So I didn't really think he would be like, I don't want to use a planner. But he was very specific on his needs and like what he wants it for. And I didn't realize he had a need to plan so much.
Yeah, we have like little recordings of the kids that we may or may not play during the video, but it's funny about how specific they would get about different things that you had no idea. Oh yeah, I guess that could be helpful.
And that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, that's something I would want too.
Yeah.
So, anywho, before we go into all of that, we thought we would start off with, what do you want to start off with?
Planner news.
Planner news, of course.
News from the planner world.
There's quite a bit going on right now. Like we said, a lot of things are going back to school, so I guess it's also like academic school year. One of the news is Hobonichi. Hobonichi, I guess, is gearing up to release their 2024.
I think their 2024 line gets released on September 1st, I believe.
And there's been a countdown to like what is Hobonichi coming out with new stuff and everything. One of the newest, I think, is especially for us, is their new their changes in shipping and how much they're charging, I guess. So I don't know what the threshold is, but the new the biggest change is that they'll have free shipping for international if you like
hit a certain
dollar amount or yen amount. I was like, yes. And I think they removed the handling fee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I did not see that.
Yeah. So that's like the biggest news, at least that I thought it was cool. Like, oh, cool, because I think I'm gonna stay with Hobonichi. I really do. I love my Hobonichi now. This is like the closest I've gotten to planner piece. Even though like I don't really use the weekly. Like I feel like I could use it more, but that's a whole other conversation. But it's so pretty. I love it. I just feel happy even holding it. So I think I'm staying with that. So that's news for me because I have to buy one.
Yes, and since we ended our first season with my planner search for the 2023-24 year, I thought this was a good time to do a reveal. So I ended up going with my vinyl box cover, and I did at least start with another Agendio, just like we're talking about. However, I don't know what's going on with me, and it's maybe just the constant search for planner piece or what, but I'm not using it. I am stickering in it, and it's beautiful, and I love my weekly spreads, and I love using all my stickers in it, but that's all I'm honestly doing with it. I'm just making it pretty, and then it just goes and sits somewhere, because I've been using my Hobonichi, which is supposed to be my work planner. Like, it's only supposed to be for work, but I find myself, because I use the dailies for like my to-dos for work, and I always have it like at my side, and so I've just been using it a lot more. And so since I've been using it a lot more, I'm like, well, maybe I will like decorate my weeklies a little bit. Sometimes it's just pens, sometimes it's stickers, sometimes it's a combination, but I've now started to put all my personal things into my Hobonichi. So now with the announcement,
that's exciting news for you
and the release, I was like, okay, yeah, so I'm gonna be buying another Hobonichi cousin. I've been using an A6 in my purse as my purse planner, but I might even try a Weeks, I think.
Ooh. Because
it's a little bit thinner. I know it's longer, but it's thinner. And I don't feel like I need a whole page per day in my purse. Like, I thought I'd be using it, every time I have to make a to-do list, or if I think of something and jot down, or if I have to take notes about something. And that doesn't actually happen as much as I thought it was going to happen. So
the Weeks would be better.
So maybe the Weeks would work out. Ooh. So I might just buy all three and see what ends up happening.
Still buy all three.
That's figuring out how my budget's going to be. Most likely, if it's possible, I'll probably buy all three, just to test them out. Now, it doesn't solve my problems that I like academic year, especially for planning stuff for my family. but I might figure out how to make it work. Just use two different year planners and plan ahead in one.
You're doing it already.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
This is true. So, okay. So sorry, that was my little interlude in the middle of our planner news section. So
because we had to have the big reveal of what,
yes,
that was the cliffhanger of our season finale. What did Marie choose?
Mm-hmm.
So now you guys know.
Yeah. So other planner news. Rosa and I are actually going to a local planner party at the end of August. We're really excited. It's oh my gosh, I'm blanking. It's hosted by Plan to Inspire SoCal, and it's going to be a Disney-themed planner party. And local, so it's going to be at the Paper Panda shop, because it's by the Paper Panda and the Fabulous Planner. Sorry. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to be at the Paper Panda shop in Mission Viejo, and we're super excited. It's Disney-themed! So we're going to Disney-bound.
So it's going to be her, me, and then another member of my other planner
party of three.
Planner party of three. We have one more person that's going. So the three of us are going, and we're excited because it's Disney themed. So we get to dress up as Disney characters. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still won't be able to drive, so
we'll be carpooling. But it should be fun. And so when we record our next video, we'll probably have like a little bit to talk about from that. I'll be excited. Yeah, like, we've talked about going to different planner conventions, but I know there's little planner parties like popping up all over the place. And this just happened to be one that came across my feed, and I'm like, hey, you want to try it? Like, let's go. Why not?
So it's like relatively local, like local. We're like, oh yeah, we can't miss this.
Yeah, it's just in Orange County, so not bad for us two LA girls. Well, 3.
Have you mentioned Disney?
Little Disney obsessed.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and then, speaking of planner conventions, though, some big news was just revealed
on Friday.
On last Friday. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So, once we were recording this just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Go Wild released their location and the dates of Go Wild 2024. And so there's a lot of speculation where it's going to be, and it's in Dallas, Texas. And it's April 18th through the 21st. So that's next year. Lots of people are excited that they're going back to Texas, because I think there's a lot of local Texas girls who are going on.
There's a lot of local planner community in Texas.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Unsure if we're able to make it, depending on a lot of other things. So, but if you guys are going, let us know. I think tickets they're keeping at the same price as last year, so they're $7.99.
I thought it was $6.99.
Is it $6.99?
$6.99.
Okay, ignore that. But
yeah,
she's probably right.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, they didn't have to increase ticket prices, they said, and their hotel that they picked is supposed to be really nice at a more affordable price than last year's Go Wild. So also very good news.
And it's like a nice, like a new,
I think
really
it's like a
nice
new hotel.
Amenity place and everything. So that looks. I was looking at their pictures and everything, and I was waiting for the release. Oh my god, the release was crazy. Like, people were like, "Is there news yet?" And I felt so bad for like East Coast people and people like from the UK, because they said it's gonna be released Friday, and they never said a time. Said a time.
Oh man.
So Friday means a lot of different times. So there were people like, "It's 10:50 p.m." and it was still like 10 a.m. here in the West Coast, and they're like, I'm trying to stay up, and they're like, is there any release yet? And since I am currently not doing much of anything, I was like, refreshing. Like, tell me, I had alerts on, but I still didn't trust them, so I kept refreshing. So when I found out, I'm like, that's the location.
Yeah, she told me before I ever saw anything about it. So it's exciting news.
Yeah, so it's exciting. Just because
I have always wanted to go too. I mean, and I hope that one day we will be able to go. I just don't know if next year's going to be that year. My family might be doing more traveling. Just us. So trying to figure out, budgeting for everything. You gotta make choices and stuff. So we shall see. But, however, there is a slightly more local planner conference happening at the end of January. Not sure about specific dates. I'll put it in the notes. But it's the West Coast Planner Conference. And it's over a weekend, and it's in Palm Springs, California. So it's a lot more local to us.
Yeah.
And it's still not super local. It's still probably like a 2 to 3 hour drive for us. But don't have to worry about flights. So anytime that's happening, that's exciting. And so contemplating possibly doing that one. They currently, instead of doing just a 1-day ticket drop, and then, you know, if it sells out really fast or if people need to budget for it, they're releasing them over 3 different days. So if you follow the, oh my gosh, I just blanked. The West Coast Planners Instagram or Facebook group, they have all the details there.
Yeah, so that's an exciting one. I really want to go to that one, but once again, we got to figure out budget because we just found out about these, so it's not like we've been saving for them as we would if we.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if one thing that if you have like a year out to start putting money away, that kind of can help a lot. So I know we keep dinging over here.
I'm sorry, I thought I turned off the alerts. I am so sorry I didn't.
It's okay.
Oh no! You know what I did? I put it on water lock. It's the concussion of it. It's the concussion of it all.
Talking, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's on mute. Sorry.
That's okay. So yeah, like we have always heard, and we would recommend also that if you're planning to attend a planner conference or any event that costs like a lot of money, you know, to budget for it ahead of time, figure out what you're gonna need to save up. You know, don't go into debt over planners and planner travel if you can help it. You know, like it's really hard though.
Yeah,
I know, and it's definitely like a luxe experience and something. So,
but it's much more enjoyable when you know, like, you're not breaking the bank to do
right. You can actually like just relax and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm one of those people who I probably wouldn't be able to save for the entire amount, but at least I'd plan on how much I could save up ahead of time and then put the rest on a card or something that I know I can pay off without stressing out too much. So, boring adulting.
Gotta put the adulting into the fun stuff sometimes. Yeah.
But anyway, is there any other planner news that?
I think those were the major ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me double check my notes. I have notes, y'all. There we go. West Coast, Disney. Nope. I think we're good.
All right. So that's all the planner news that we've heard about lately. If you hear more stuff, please put it in the comments and share. So I guess we'll just drive right into our kid planner research. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, to start off, I think I did a little research on like are planners even, you know, a thing, like, how do I say it? Good for kids, I guess. You know, and a lot of the research actually shows that planners, if you start them at a young age, actually helps them, you know, prioritize, organize, and kind of make things easier for them academically because, you know, they have one place. So I kind of like that, you know. Of course, I had to go into the research part of it all. I'm like, is this good for the kids? Or are we just... But, you know, research does show that those kids who plan or use a planner, or maybe not plan, but use a planner, are more successful academically. Because, you know, they write their assignments down, they know what to prioritize, right? And it teaches them better studying habits. Yeah. So I thought that was a cool tidbit, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Both of our kids were given a planner at their school, and so they did have a planner to kind of, in at least the last couple years, right? We don't know if we're getting one this year. So, you know, we were talking to each of our kids individually and asking, like, if you have a planner that you could just basically have whatever you'd like, what are some important things that you would like included in it? Do you want me to go first or you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So, my daughter, Ariel, shout out to, she made our lovely little all the planner things sign. She wants space for her assignments. That was the biggest thing. She wanted a monthly view, which I didn't think that kids would be into the monthly view, but she's like, no, that way I can plan if there's, you know, an important test coming up or a project or fun stuff too, you know, like birthday parties and whatever else. But she would like a weekly where she can put all her different assignments for each subject. But she really wanted to have like a section that could be creative. Like she wanted a doodle section or maybe like a coloring section or something that would just be a nice little stress relief kind of section, which I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
She is very creative and takes after you because you also use it as a stress thing, right? The stickering,
and the doodling and whatever else. Like,
yeah,
I do like to make sure I have a little room for that in my planner. Yeah. The washi. What was some of the important things your son said?
Honestly, it surprised me because it wasn't not just academic related. He was like really like, I need to know what events are coming up in a month. You know, I need to know birthdays. I need to do shopping. Like, when are we going shopping? Like grocery shopping. Like he was very functional.
That's great.
He was very functional,
That's
and I was
really
like,
good, right?
like he really wants to know when we're doing and stuff. Like, and I guess he's always been. He really likes routine, and he likes to know what's coming up. And I guess I should have seen it coming because he likes to know like, okay, what's our routine? You know, like what's first period, what's second period, you know, like even at school, right? Like he likes to know that type of stuff. But as he was telling me about what he would like, it just still surprised me. Like, I need to know, you know. So he likes colorful. He says he does not. He's like, please don't make it black and white. You know, I need it to be colorful on the inside and out. You know. They're reading, or one of their assigned reading over the summer is the Phantom Tollbooth, which has pictures in it, and he's so upset that they don't have color.
Oh.
So he kind of went off on a tangent on like, why would you have pictures and no color? Like, you just can't see anything. It's just an outline. Like so he's like, it has to have color. So that was his thing. It has to be colorful. And he likes things labeled.
Oh, that's interesting.
He likes, so he doesn't like white space because he's like, he kept referring back to the planner they gave him, and he's like, there was this one section where it was blank and they didn't label anything, and he's like, and I used it for upcoming events. I'm like, nice, interesting. He's like, but it would have been nice if they labeled it upcoming events. And I was like, well, maybe it was a space for anyone to use it however they would like. He's like, yeah, that's true. But I like that part. Like, he really liked that because he likes to know what's upcoming. So he was very functional about it all. And I was like, oh, I probably should have, like, been more focused on him using his planner. But I guess he did it on his own anyways, right?
Yeah.
But that was his big thing. Like, he needed to be functional. I was surprised he wanted a monthly. But he wants to, like, I want to know what kind of school events are coming up. And I need to know whose birthdays are coming up. And I cracked up and he said, well, we're going grocery shopping. And like, he's like, that's his thing. I'm like, I really like grocery shopping. And I hate grocery shopping. I don't know if I've ever said that before. Like, during the pandemic, Instacart or, you know, delivery and or pickup was like heaven sent for me because I didn't have to go into stores anymore. I hate grocery shopping. So he likes going inside. So he's making me go inside. So that's his thing. That's the funny part. So like, I don't know why he's so obsessed with grocery shopping. Maybe he just likes shopping.
Maybe. And it's stuff you need. It's not even like frivolous shopping. It's like not. Very useful, functional.
No, but I'm like, I can just pick it in the screen and click and it comes. And he's like, no, I need to feel it.
No, my husband's the same way. He likes to go into the store and like go up and down every aisle just in case we forgot something on the list and touch everything that you're going to have. Like, you know, he's like, how do I trust somebody I don't know to pick out fruits and vegetables, you know, for our family?
I have a mini Donald.
Yeah, you do.
That's exactly what I described my son.
Me, no, I'm more like you though. I discovered Instacart during the pandemic, and I try not to do it that much because of, you know, fees and everything. But it is very convenient, especially when there's just like a handful of things that I know that we need. I'm like, I don't care who picks it out. I just want it to come to my doorstep because I don't have time to go out.
Yeah. And then, you know, LA traffic, everywhere you go. Well, at least, you know, we're my neck of the woods. Even 5 miles is 45 minutes one way, so. Yeah. And I can never find something in one store, so. Yeah. But anywho, I thought, you know, small tangent, that I thought that was interesting. That was very interesting. My son was really into that, so. He's
a very functional planner, so that's good.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that Ariel also did want colorful. I asked her, I'm like, do you want a plain planner that you can decorate, or do you want something that's already colorful? And right away she was like, oh no, colorful.
Yeah.
So I think that's just something, I don't know if that's,
yeah.
just, like, I can't say all kids are into that, but it's kind of seems to be
a common theme with our
a theme, which is our sample of two. That color is fun. And so we went through and we kind of looked at some of the most popular kids planners that we found out on the market. And so you want to get into sharing what we found?
Sure. I'll go into the first one that I found interesting just because it reminds me of a planner they used to give me in school.
Mm-hmm.
I can find it. Sorry.
Oh, Global Date Book.
Global Date Book.
Branded. Yes. It looks a lot like the ones the kids have.
Yeah. And so I went to public school, but I remember, I don't know if it started in middle school or in high school. They gave us planners.
Mm-hmm.
And inside, it looks a lot like this one.
Oh, cool.
So it kind of reminded me of that.
Uh-huh.
It kind of reminded me of, like, it has the subjects, it has a date. Ours was horizontal. So yeah, each day was a horizontal. And so I don't know if this one's horizontal. This one is more subject based. But even the color scheme reminds me of that planner, except ours had our school name in front of it and everything. So I wonder if it's from the same print people.
It might be. Yeah. It could be. Like, I looked at a couple different ones of this, also this brand, and it seems like the majority of their, I saw somewhere that they had a couple different layouts, but the most popular one is like a vertical day column, and then you put your subjects going across, which is similar to what they had at school.
So it has a weekly planning pages. It includes 7 subjects per day. Mm-hmm. It includes words of the week, home school communications, if that's something they would use it for. Mm-hmm. Each week includes tip of the week. Like I said, weekly vocabulary words, Saturday and Sunday, and a small monthly calendar. Which, that reminds me, Joshua hated having vocabulary words on there. They
had a section every single week of like 25 blanks and, numbered, and it said vocabulary words at the top. And yeah, Ariel did use it for her vocab every week.
Oh, okay. So he told me that some of them, I don't know, maybe he's thinking of a different plan, came pre-populated. There was a vocabulary word. And we never used those vocabulary lists, Mom.
Oh, I thought they were just blank.
Yeah, no. He's like, we never used it. Because he did say that there was a blank space. And he's like, some people use those for the actual vocabulary words.
Yeah.
Or their prodigy.
Oh, yeah.
Their prodigy count. Because they had like a certain assignment of like a week they had to do. And he's like, but he didn't like that it was like...
predetermined for him.
Yeah. Like he didn't like, we don't even use those words, Mom.
Oh. Yeah, no, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that it was like already.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I can see that being an issue if, they're not using it. But it looks like a very functional planner,
I like that it has even still a little space. It's small, but it has a little Saturday and Sunday, so they can put something important happening that weekend.
Exactly.
They can look forward to.
What else do they have? They can view 4 months at a time. Space to record goals. Record their books they've read, and then they have monthly pages grouped together before the weekly planners. Oh, so all the months are together?
Oh, okay.
You see, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Even though the Hobonichi is like that.
The Hobonichi is like that. Yeah. And I actually created my Agendio to be like that.
Yeah.
So
we always think we don't like that.
But no, I guess
but then we
fine.
do fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. It works. Mm-hmm. So that's a nice one. I kind of like that one for our age group, like even elementary. I can see.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't really personally search a lot for elementary, like primary grades, because I didn't know how much homework they have and how much they actually like are planning for each homework assignment, or if it's just kind of like finish up what you did in class, or what they're like. I don't know if the teacher like puts it on the board what their assignments are so they can copy it down in those grades. Because I think that's what they were doing last year.
That's what they were doing last year. Yeah. I think I want to say they were doing that in 4th grade.
Probably.
Yeah. And 3rd grade was pandemic year, so that's a wash.
And 2nd grade, half of that was pandemic year, so it's hard to remember what they were doing at a younger age there.
But I can see elementary, like higher grades up. Maybe 3rd to 5th grade. I can see them using this. Because it's still fun looking. But I think that it kind of prepares them to maybe start organizing by subject and getting them ready for middle school because, then they'll have different classes.
Right.
So I kind of like that one for that. So
but I think this could totally go for middle school as well, too.
Yeah.
I think the older you get, maybe they would start thinking, like, by 8th grade, I don't know if they'd be thinking it's a little too young.
Yeah, because it's very...
bright and colorful.
It reminds me of, like, those primary colors.
Yeah.
And, like, it has... I think it even has an apple. No. It has, like, little... I don't know if that's the actual way it looks. It has student planner. It has, like, those cute little stickers that's...
like emojis.
Emoji stickers.
But I think there was a couple different covers you could choose from.
Oh, really?
From that brand. If you went onto their Amazon store, they had some different ones.
Yeah, because when I first looked at this was not the cover. But I was looking at the 2023 one, and I was like...
Oh, yeah.
So when I'm like, this is not the planner. But then I looked at the inside. I was like, yep, it's the same one. Yeah. It's the same one. So we'll have you look at that.
Yeah, because we independently did our search and we both found this brand. And I had a different one that had a different cover too. So I know there's options.
Yeah.
So which is kind of fun. If your kid wants to make sure, they want something unique or they want something their vibe. Yeah. There's lots of choices for that brand.
And because, we don't know, like, our kids just happened to get some from school, but I know that was the thing. Did you get a planner when you were a kid?
No.
No.
But I bought planners.
You bought planners.
Big surprise. I've been buying planners for a very long time. I always got excited when I love school supply shopping as a kid, and I still get excited now, even though I don't get to buy it as much.
And see, I went to public school, so everything was provided for you.
Oh.
So you didn't have to go back to school shopping as much anymore. Plus, it wasn't such a thing back then. Or maybe we couldn't afford it, so it wasn't a big thing. Like, my parents got what they could.
Yeah.
So we didn't get, but we got planners at school. Like, our school made planners, like, with our covers and everything. But like I said, it looked very much the same on the inside. Cool. So I wonder, and that's how I got, and I liked it because it had stickers in the back.
Nice.
You could...
I want to say at some point I did have a school planner, like a school branded planner, but it might have been high school.
And then high school, I think. So that's why I know it's definitely elementary, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't think not provided. Yeah.
Maybe middle school. I want to say maybe like 8th grade. Maybe. But I really do remember high school. That was when it was like provided. And they were very like, you use this. And I was like, because anything they tell you at school, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
Such a rebel.
Don't tell me what to do. Go to the bathroom. No. Hold it. I'm just kidding.
Maybe like use this and be like, okay, thank you. I think I got one in college even. Like I think I was given one for like the freshman year, and it had like handy tips on how to survive your first year of college in between things.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was kind of neat. But
by the time I got to college, I just needed a planner. Like that was just a thing. Like I bought those day at a glance ones, and I love scheduling, my dates in and all that, and my assignments, and then my work schedule, because I always worked through college too. So it was more of a necessity. Yeah. So I made sure I had some kind of thing to write down.
I feel like I always would buy them and then I would forget to use them.
Oh.
Like now, I would buy like several probably, and then start writing in them and then fizzle out. And this is before we had like smartphones. So like I don't know how I kept track of my work schedule and my assignments and all that, but somehow I must have made it work.
Yeah. And they didn't have hourly layouts.
No.
Or at least I don't think they did. Well, so, and I needed things to be broken down hourly. Always, I realized that that's been a thing. Because, it's like, I would work a lot. So it's like, I would work around my class schedule, and I was always a fully loaded schedule. So I would like, okay, I can work this, and then go back to school, and then go back to work. And so... Wow. Yeah, and in between there, have a social life, and then a family life. Yeah. Wow. So... That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know how I did it. I hope one day I'll find, because I don't ever throw away my planners. So I want to find a note planner to show how, and it was not anything like now, like no stickers, no nothing, no colorful, no highlighters. It was just legit, just writing it down, and it worked. I remember seeing my professors with their big, like their philo facts or their day at a glance, whatever they were called, and that had like all their little hourly meetings and classes and everything. I'm like, but I didn't have enough. I mean, I had a lot going on, but I never like put it in a planner. Yeah.
but I did like my classes first, and then I would have like extracurricular activities in the afternoon, and then I'd like work later. Like it was kind of
already
a
like
routine. So there wasn't much.
There's a set routine.
Really, yeah. So I guess
you memorized it
pretty much.
Yeah, it's the ones that becomes habit. Yeah.
Yeah. So but like I said, I'm sure I had one.
Actually, in one of my first like fancier planners that I ended up buying, it had a little zipper and it had tabs. So I had like where you can like phone numbers and everything, like tabs and that showed dates and then other tabs for it. And then I didn't use that a lot. There's too many tabs. Just give me a calendar where I can write my stuff. I realize that now because a lot of it was empty. But it was cool to have tabs. I just liked it because they had tabs. What's next on the list?
Okay, so let's see. Here's one that I found. And it is actually a Nat Geo Kids Weird But True Daily Planner, which I thought was kind of neat. It honestly doesn't fulfill a lot of things, at least my daughter was talking about wanting, but I just thought it was really cool because it's like it's undated in the way that it has each day of the month listed, but then it has like you circled it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever, because it's like could be used at any year. Also, it's just labeled date. It's labeled like January 1st. Oh, okay. And then there's like a little box to put stuff in. Oh, okay. And it's interspersed with fun facts and random wild and wacky things about the world around you, which my daughter really loved, like Nat Geo Kids books. Oh, okay. Anytime she saw those at like the Scholastic Book Fair, that was her jam. So I thought that was kind of neat. It's less functional, more fun, I feel. Because it doesn't have like designated class assignment area, since it's just like a box for each day. Okay. But I just thought it was neat and it was different, and I wanted to bring that up.
Oh, that's good. Do you think that's more geared, like, does it have an age?
That's a good question. I'm sure it does. I would probably put it on the younger middle grades, probably. So actually, reading age 8 to 12 years. There it is. Oh, okay. From customers. So yeah, kind of more like later. 3rd to 5th grade, probably. Okay. So, but it was neat. It was cute, and it's we're showing pictures right now as we're talking about it. But yeah.
And then the next one I have is, I think you have a picture of it too somewhere. Oh, the class tracker.
Yes.
So this one says it's actually geared towards middle school. So it's less colorful, which I don't know because our kids are going to middle school and they want color.
Seems a little plain.
So it seems very plain, very functional. I guess it's for them to highlight, and so I'm trying to zoom into that picture. I can't. Okay. So it has subject. It's by subject, correct? So it says it has a brightly cover, but the cover does not look bright. It's laminated, so it makes it sturdy. It has weekly pages designed specifically for middle school life. So I'm assuming it's divided into subjects as well. So it has 5 designated areas to record assignments for each subject: language arts, social studies, math and science, world or language, plus 2 open areas for other specific classes, like their electives.
Oh, so it's pre-labeled with your subjects, which could be good or bad depending on what subjects your kid has in their school. I mean, they're pretty generic, like science.
Like science, math. Everyone takes math. You have to take math. Language arts.
I see world language though.
I would think that you can make that into social studies maybe.
Or maybe because there's not social studies.
There's a language arts. Oh no, there is a social studies.
Okay.
Blah blah. So there's language arts, social studies, math, science, and world or language. So what would that be?
This one just says, the picture I'm looking at says world language as well.
Oh, okay. Because this one has world and then...
And language?
Oh, no, you're right. I don't have my glasses on, y'all. Oops. And I'm reading from a very small boat.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses. So, yeah. World language. Would that be like foreign language?
Spanish. They're taking foreign language. Do most kids
I did not.
I didn't take foreign language.
In middle school, I did not take it.
No.
I mean, I know our kids are.
Yeah, well, our kids' school, like, they started foreign language from the beginning.
From the beginning.
You know, just age appropriate, starting with, like, kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
I think, on. So,
So who knows?
yeah, I don't know. But if your kid takes a foreign language, has an option for that in middle school, there's a place to put that in here. That's kind of cool.
And what else would there be? Like, what else are they missing here that... I mean...
If there's, like, an elective, like, art, I mean, I don't...
But that's why they have the 2 empty spaces.
Yeah.
So our kids are going to have art and music this year, supposedly. Allegedly.
I hope so. We have a new principal, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and we have new... So that would be, I guess, a perfect place for them to learn.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like, when I had a music class in middle school, we didn't really have homework. It was all in-class stuff. A lot of singing to the piano kind of thing, or watching a musical, or learning about classical music, that kind of stuff. But I don't think we had homework. So
middle school used to start in 7th grade for us back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Aging myself here. So it started 7th grade all the way to 9th. I don't know why they did it that way.
Oh,
That's weird. But our year was the year they changed it. But anywho, my first year in middle school was 7th grade, and we had to take a music class.
Oh, cool.
And it was like all the grades, because I was terrified of the seniors. And they used to call us scrubs, because, you know, we're the incoming class.
Yeah.
So I was so nervous. But anyways, it was a very boring class. Like, it was not a fun music class. Like, it was very theory. So there was homework assignments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't learn theory.
Yeah, like music theory and learn your classical people and the types of music or whatever. I mean, it wasn't boring. I liked it, but it wasn't like, when I think of music class, I think that. I think like musicals, and I think like singing. There's no singing. I think, I mean, that's a good thing. I don't know how to sing, but I wanted to sing.
But I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, we would...
Or instruments. I thought maybe we could play an instrument, because I've always wanted to play an instrument, and the only instrument I got to play was the recorder. So, but there wasn't. We couldn't play the recorder.
My school didn't even have a recorder.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have, like, you couldn't play anything. There were no instruments for students. But we did have a music teacher that played the piano and would teach us songs that we'd use for, like, the spring concert or the Christmas concert.
Yeah. Our teacher played the piano, but he wouldn't, like, it wasn't a thing they would teach us. You know, like, he'd be like, oh, this is this note, and this is this theory, and this is blah, 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 blah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't really remember much of it, because, like I said, it was very intense. But that one had homework. Yeah. That's what I remember.
Okay, so there's possible. So you never know what you might need, but it's nice to have.
So I think my son would like that, because he likes labels.
You know what this one has also that I thought your son would really like is that they have an after school this week column. So Monday through Friday they have a place where you can put any of your after school activities or sports teams, practices.
Which is good, because
those kind of things, yeah.
Both our kids have extracurricular activities, even if it's not at school, right?
Yeah.
She does her rehearsals and her classes, so it's good to like, hey, this is what you're going to do this week. Don't forget to pack your uniform.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So it's true. So that's a cool one. I had not heard about that one until we started doing our research, and we both independently found that one also.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool. The only thing, you know, our kids want colorful. This is not colorful.
This is not
This
colorful
is very
at all.
plain. Black and
yeah.
It's not even black and white. It's blue, right? Or am I seeing?
It might be blue, dark blue. I think it might be a dark blue.
Like a dark blue.
Yeah. You'll be looking at pictures of this as we're talking too. So yeah, they're using colorful ink.
Yeah, they're
to brighten it up and
liners
some stickers.
Yeah.
But so that one would not work so well exactly for their colorful needs. But I do have another one that I found, but is also equally not colorful. It is the Bloom Daily Planners, which I'd seen a lot before. I don't think I've actually bought one of these, but they have a soft cover student planner. Oh, that was also, I asked my daughter what size planner she was interested. Does she like a small one that she can easily fit in her backpack, or does she want one that's like, the size of like a notebook, that would go with all her other things? And she said, oh no, big. She goes, I want to make sure I have space to write everything. And so I was like, oh, okay, which is funny because as I've gotten older, my planners have gotten smaller, so they can be more portable.
Actually, Joshua said the same thing. Well, he said like a normal. So I'm like, what's normal size for you?
Yeah.
And we figured it out because he doesn't want portable. Like I'm like mommy's planner. He's like in like book size, and he's like no, like a notebook, like a regular journal where we write our assignment. So to me that meant like 8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is interesting because he said I don't write that big, so I don't want a lot of space, empty space, a lot of white space. But I also want to have big so it fits everything that I want to write into. So it was weird. He just wants everything to have a place, but not because he writes big. He writes big. I don't know what I'm talking about. So to him, 8.5 by 11 is not big.
Yeah.
It is to us.
That'd be very big.
Yeah.
So that's like, yeah.
Last year, that's the size of my planner. The one
right.
I made. And it was huge.
That. It was so big.
It was so big. It was so heavy. It was great because it had room to write everything, but it was not portable.
No. But it was beautiful. She made it portable. She made it, and is it still available on Etsy?
No, it's no longer available.
Okay.
Because it was dated, so I was going to make it undated in case anyone wanted to buy it, but you know, stuff happens.
Life happens. So anyways, so back to Bloom Daily Planner. So this is a soft cover 7x9, so it's kind of an in between sizes. Not too small, not too big. So maybe this would be okay for them. But it is all one color inside. Again with the blue. It's pretty.
So big.
I like it. But it's so plain.
Does it have weekly pages? What does it look like?
It does. So it has a monthly grid with the monthly calendar and then notes, ideas, and to-dos, space for that, and then an inspirational quote on each monthly page. And then they have a weekly that has columns. So again, dates at the tops and then different rows that you can put all your individual subjects. They aren't pre-printed with the name of the subject, so you can make it whatever you want. And then they do have a small area for Saturday and Sunday, and even a little small goals and to-dos box off to the side. So I thought that could be pretty cool. I can't see because I didn't look at everything. It has a lot of other things too. It says more than just a planner, and it has some educational resources too included. So that's another option. But again, I think so far the very first one we looked at was the most colorful of all the planners.
And I think that's grade related. I'm thinking because 6th and 8th grade are two different people.
Right.
You know?
True.
So I'm thinking the first one is more geared towards the end of elementary, beginning of middle, which is what our kids are in right now, and that's why they want colorful.
Yeah.
And I would think the last one we spoke about, and this one is more geared towards the end, like
end of middle, starting high school. Yeah, I mean you could use this all the way up through high school. I mean you could use it all the way through college.
This kind of looks like a day at a glance one.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that they sell. One of my first ones, like I said, it's just like plain black one, day at a glance, same format. You know, I think it was blue also inside. I guess black is harsh. Yeah. So they want to make it softer.
Blue has a little color.
Yeah.
Like a touch.
Yeah. But it has, you know, the monthly grid with the squares, and then
Well, you know what? As we were talking about this reminded me of those planners that you can buy or that you can like customize. Like Plum Paper has one where they market it as a family planner and that you could put each kid as one row. Oh yeah. But if you got one of those and just made them subjects instead of people in your family, you could use like a family type of planner also.
Like the happy planner. I kind of did that during the pandemic, except I had a happy planner notebook. But it had like little areas, and so I divided and I based it on each tab was for each of my kids, because I only have one kid, but I have 3 kids in my household altogether. and each one was for each, and then I divided it up that way. First subject, I did the lines, so that would be like per kids. Yeah.
So
you could do, you
can do a lot.
And happy planner is, but I guess that would be more for an adult to use to manage the household, right?
Right, but I was saying, you could flip it the other way, and you could get like an adult planner and put it down as subjects, depending on if your kid likes the design.
That's true, and it is more colorful.
Yeah, so just an idea.
And then there's one more kid planner that I found that's specific geared towards kids, and that's the ERIN CONDREN one.
Yes.
when they came out with them, I was so excited, but I never got one. But you got one.
We did. My daughter loved the ERIN CONDREN store that was near our house. And so one time we were in there and she was very young. And we ended up getting a 12-month kids planner. And she liked all the sections that had nothing to do with the actual planner. I mean, she was 6 years old because she filled out some of the prompt areas about it. I don't necessarily want to share everything, but it's like, this is my family, and there's a drawing, and this is my favorite animal, this is my favorite book. And she would fill those sections in, which is fun because, you know, she said she wanted something that was more than just a planner.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to the actual like planning pages, like I'll show, and I have to disclaimer, this is 4 years old now, so I don't know if the format has changed. I'll have to look.
That's what I'm
look
looking
online
for right now.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you checking it? Because it would have like at the beginning of the month, it would have like a this month, and then morning routine, evening routine, birthdays this month, and then go into your undated grid that you can create. And it had a monthly goals section too. And then, see here, this is the kind of stuff that she would love. Like it had like, this one had a word search this month and different things for you to fill out. This month I saw, I enjoyed. You know, it's kind of neat because it makes her kind of like a gratitude planner too.
Mm-hmm.
At the age when she bought this, she was not into that kind of stuff. But see, this doesn't actually have any weeklies.
No.
At all. It's only a monthly planner, which I literally didn't know at the time. So what is the current ERIN CONDREN setup?
According to their website, I think it stayed with the same format. It has 12 undated monthly spreads and planning pages.
Oh, okay.
It has unique and fun activity pages,
Mm-hmm.
and then 12 monthly sticker sheets.
Okay.
So I would think this might be more geared towards elementary,
Mm-hmm.
I would say. And I think it's a perfect way to like get them to write down stuff, or more geared towards their mental health. I think a lot of kids can benefit, especially after that pandemic. I read a lot that kids are struggling with a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. Even at schools, they're making room for more mindfulness
Mm-hmm.
and all that. I think this would be a perfect way. What did I like?
Yeah.
You know, you can even put I think I saw 2 columns. What am I grateful for today? Or what happened today? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So you could even manipulate that. There's a great thing to do for kids when they're struggling, or even when they're not struggling. Like, what's one good thing that happened today? What's one bad thing that happened today? So kind of like to even it out and show like it's okay to have a bad thing. It doesn't ruin your day.
Yeah. That's
So I'm really big into like journaling. Also, not just planning. So I think this would be great. Even maybe not as a planner, but maybe even as like
a journal.
Like a journal
more
for
like
the
a
kids.
guided journal. Yeah, because it
I might even, for my
you
kids.
might want one of these.
So even like, on the side for my kid to use it, just because I'm trying to get him to journal. I think it'll benefit him, and so I'd be too colorful for him though.
Too colorful.
I don't know.
I think
he would like it, right?
Very colorful. I mean,
and he said he likes color, which I was surprised. Because he hates coloring.
There's really, like, every month has, like, a different little activity thing. Like, this one has class time, fill in the speech bubble with what your favorite things are to do in school.
I think that's great.
I think this could be neat. I think it's not like what we've been talking about with, like, a planner for assignments and things. Because I do know, I think, or at least I do think that ERIN CONDREN has an academic planner, right?
They do. They have student planners.
So they have student planners that are more geared towards their assignments. And I think those are like an academic year. And then are they more kind of like a horizontal?
I think they're horizontal.
Like
I'm going to look at them right now.
Okay.
7x9, 12-month dated, monthly quotes, monthly notes and productivity pages, class schedule pages, detail pages for projects and exams, dated monthly and weekly spreads, and 4 note pages after each month. And then you can also add 40 note pages.
It's kind of neat. I feel like this would even be geared like a lot older.
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at that. And then the projects and exams page has like study guide, description, is it a book report, when is it due?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very detailed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wish it had more room for each subject,
Mm-hmm.
but that's why I would say it'd be maybe gear a little older because you may not have every subject.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if you're looking, I mean, you could go really old. College probably doesn't have daily assignments
Mm-hmm.
in every one of your subjects, but I don't know. I feel like
This would overwhelm my child. It's too much.
Too much?
I think it's too much to fill in.
Maybe, yeah.
It's too much.
It's funny because I wanted to say it's not enough on the weeklies, but
yeah,
it's too much
on the other
stuff, all the extra pages.
But I can see this working for older kids.
Yeah.
For high school kids.
High school, college.
High school, definitely. Yeah. College. You know, it's better than my plain daily pages that I used to have. It's okay, I loved it. Can't be sane.
No.
Anything else you have?
I did. So I went to the store and I actually picked up a new planner for myself because it's what I do. And this, I didn't know if it's supposed to necessarily be a kid's planner or if it's more adult, but it says kind of a mess, but mostly fabulous by Kate Allen. And I just, the colors, brought me to looking at it. And it has cute little stickers. And it has small monthly. Sorry, I just keep hitting my mic. But what I really liked, and I think I'm going to use this as cute. Like a health and or gratitude and or, what am I trying to say? Not lifestyle, but like wellness. So I'm thinking about using this as like a wellness planner because it's just a very small amount of space to actually write stuff on. But every single week has like a cute little illustration. Like this one says, "You deserve to take lots and lots of breaks."
Oh, I
like that. And everything is like, "Oh, you don't need to be perfect today." And it's just like a pretty picture.
It's an owl, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, it has a really long tail.
I know. I'm like, I thought it was an owl, but I'm like, wait, that's a long tail for an owl. Some kind of bird.
Almost looks like a kitsap. Almost.
No.
Because of the long tail. Made me think.
All right. Clearly.
But look, there's a little Loch Ness monster or some sort of sea creature. It says, "Bad days do not erase your progress." See, I'm like, I just thought it was really cute, and I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about this artist at this point, but it starts September of 2023 to December of 2024. So it'll take me through.
The front cover kind of reminds me of the color scheme, Less Bright, of Lisa Frank.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Kind of. Maybe that's why I was drawn to the. I love Lisa.
I was saying, and anyone who grew up during that time, gotta love their Lisa Frank.
Oh yeah,
Lisa
definitely.
Frank was the bomb. Yes, I guess it's the bomb.com. Shut up. Dated myself again.
And she says this and she's younger than me, so whatevs.
Only physically. Not even. I feel like 100 right now.
Just because you have the clock.
Because I'm broken.
But
yeah.
So I think that's all our kid planner research.
Yeah, and I one of the things that I found interesting, I told my son, if they were not to give you a planner, would you want to buy a planner? And his was like, yes. Aww. So, I think kids, they always say kids like routine, kids like habits, and so it's interesting to see that, yeah, they do, and they would benefit from it.
Yeah.
So let us know. Let us know if you have any other kid planners or student planners that you think have helped your children, or you think your children would like, or just any other students in your life, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please like, subscribe, comment below. We'll also have the audio version of this podcast still on our major platforms of podcasts. Yeah. And let us know if you like the video version. Yeah. And we will talk to you guys soon. Yeah. That was episode 1 of season 2. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye.